All right, time to. I guess that's fine. Do some learning. I tried something today. I'm working out the details of another way to throw. I've tried the natural way, and that works fine. Actually, it works well. I'm going to try something that's a little less natural, but it's natural for a lot of people. I don't know how many of you have bowled or are bowlers. One of the things about bowling, dice are going to come off your fingertips, and you produce lift with your fingertips to put spin on the ball. This is going to be the same concept. Basically get everything set up like you would normally. You're going to have your fingers here. You're going to make sure that the outside fingers are going to make sure that the dice are together. Now when you throw it, it's going to be, I don't know if I can, but anyway, your thumb comes off and you lift with your fingers. That's how you produce the spin on the bowling ball for, a lot of strikes and things like that. Makes the ball hit harder on the pins. I haven't done this in ages as far as, the motion for bowling. I decided to see what would happen if I did something like that with dice. And I did a little bit of practicing, not enough to say that there's any kind of, I'm not going to try and sell it to you, I guess is what I'm saying. But we'll just see how the rolls go. Basically resting the front edge of the dice on the table, basically like this. I'm going to lift up and let them roll off my fingers. Landing zone, yet to be determined. I'm thinking somewhere around the don't pass. Before the pass line is where I'm looking right now. I think that's going to be the best place, especially the way these things go. They kind of have a little short. They roll and they hit, obviously. Forward motion, and we want that forward motion, and what that does, it rolls it up to the wall and kind of dies after it hits the wall. At least that's what I've been noticing. Occasionally you'll get one that pops up, but most of the time it just hits the ground or hits the table and rolls towards the wall. I'm basically only using these outside fingers to make sure the dice kind of stick together, at least till I release it. There's no guarantee they're going to stay together because basically your middle finger is what's guiding them, and unless you have all three of these fingers exactly releasing at the same time, the dice are going to separate. But the goal is to keep them together as much as possible. This is pretty easy to do. You can just kind of relax, throw them up there. I don't know if it's going to be good for the field. I'm sure it'll hit some field. I don't know what it's going to do, to be honest. Other than roll towards the wall, I can predict that. just kind of lifting and letting my thumb loose so that they roll. Kind of rolling off the finger. That time I was a little bit short. And I don't know. Some casinos are very strict about, both dice hitting the wall. And most of the time it will. I mean, occasionally it just happens, Can't always be, dice are weird. Let's just put it that way. You can throw them like I've said many times, you can throw them 7 feet straight at the wall, and then they stop and come back at you. It's like, how do you predict that? How do you do that on purpose, right? It's not very easy. I've got them long. But that's probably okay. I haven't found a particularly bad place to throw them. There's probably a bad landing zone somewhere. I don't know where it is. I haven't particularly tried to hit anywhere but over there near, basically line it up with the field or the come and try and hit before the pass line. That's been my landing area. Whether it needs to be shorter, longer, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's for, it's for you to figure out. It might not be the same for you as it is for me. For you, it might be hit the wall first, which is something that I thought about doing initially when I thought about this. Thought about crashing into the wall with that spin and letting it, and seeing what happens. It's going to hit and then slam down to well, that's how I envision it anyway. Hits the wall with that spin, it's going this way, so it's going to hit, and then coming down, and then it's just going to kind of die. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. I didn't hit the wall the first few times. I just quit trying because I was getting good numbers, and I was like, well, this works too. I don't want to keep secrets or anything like that. So, if I find something that seems to work, I'll put a video out there and show it. This is a community, right? Try and help each other. If you find something that works for you, maybe it'll work for somebody else. I think I marked that one. Anyway, if I didn't, I didn't. I mean, I've learned a lot from the people that I watch, and if I can give something back, that's what I want to do. That's why I, do stupid things sometimes. And this has been pretty good so far. But still, you can turn around any time, right? Just when you think you got it figured out. Something comes along and tells you, well, might want to rethink that, dude. Ow! Fuck. That didn't feel good. Luckily, I got my handy hat on here that's barely adequate. Okay, pass line's fine. Oops, there's a 6. I don't know why I got, no, so I took a picture and put on my page, so. These up. That was a 6. Your goal is to hit the box numbers. This is pretty good so far. The goal is to hit the inside. This is still pretty good so far. The goal is to hit field numbers. It's not so conducive to that. You hit them. You're not going to, well, I can't even say that. I haven't done it enough to really say what it's going to do. I can show you what it's doing on this throw, and it's not a lot of field numbers. That's a really bad throw. No way with it. And that was short dice. Just somehow the dice went off the outside of this finger. So I must have done something like did this finger and not move that one, or I don't know. Anyway, it was not a good throw. At least it felt like it went off the end of that finger, or the right side of that finger, I should say. That was a good throw, though. This is I don't know if I've said it before or not in this video, but I feel like this is a really easy throw to learn. So far, the results have been alright. Not sure how you could complain about it, as far as what I'm doing. If you try it and it doesn't work, maybe it might be that you don't have quite as much finger lift on it, or perhaps you're using a different weighted dice. Maybe bouncy, more bouncy. Maybe your dogs just bark too much. It makes it hard to concentrate. There's all kinds of factors. Sometimes you lift it too much and you get it up in the air, like I did just then. That was a little bit higher than I've been throwing it. I mean, not much, but enough to possibly be the difference. Puts that little bit more spin on it, or not spin, but well, I didn't do spin, but instead of hitting like that, maybe it hits like that. You know, one face forward, or who knows. You know how dice work. I don't need to explain that. And like I said, it could be starting right here, it ain't nothing but sevens, which wouldn't be unusual for me. But I'm actually a little bit excited about this throw. I mean, I don't want to get too excited because, it's untested. I'm going to have to use it at least a few days. Before I pass judgment. It would be really nice if somebody else used it to see if the results are the same for them. Like I said, it's not hard to do. It's just a matter of you just let your thumb loose and let the dice roll off the end of your fingers, and then you maybe give it a little bit of lift on the way up. That's way short. Still made it to the wall though, so they couldn't complain too much. I mean, they were touching the wall, but they didn't hit the wall. They went up and touched the wall, which I'm sure they wouldn't like that. There's zero randomness from the wall on that, but feel good. Tell me what you think. Does it look like it's something you would do? You wanna, I have 7. That one was not the best throw, but it wasn't any worse than some of the other ones that weren't 7s, so I don't know. I'm kind of liking it. I know what I didn't do on that one. I didn't make sure the dice were together. I kind of got sloppy with it. Yeah. Somebody made the mistake of standing up. I like that feel. I mean, there's a certain feel that I like when they come off my fingertips. And you just, when it comes off that way, they stick the dice stick together, they bounce together, they end up together. It's pretty nice. But I'm not doing that every time. Because, I'm not that good. I just did it twice in a row. And the result on the second one wasn't as good as the results on the first one. So, it doesn't necessarily mean something good when you throw it the way you want. I think I need to pick a landing zone instead of, I'm just kind of throwing them, right? But I think I need to pick where I want to throw them and concentrate on putting it there. Like trying to hit bar onto a don't pass bar or something like that. Sure what it's going to be yet. Maybe I think I might have mentioned the dice up there. That's probably a good thing. But I kind of lost track of that. You can't let yourself drift like that. At least not unintentionally. If that makes sense. It's okay to drift if you're doing it in such a way that you are trying something different as opposed to accidentally doing it. Man, I really ramble in these videos. I'm not used to talking anywhere near this much. It's funny. I'm generally a pretty quiet person. Unless I'm doing one of these videos and it just feels weird. That's all it is. It feels weird having silence doing this because everybody else is, trying to impart knowledge or whatever. And that's what I want to do. I want to help people get better at this game. Even if I'm not, I don't pretend to be good at this game. I consistently lose at the casino. I admit it. I don't have the right killer spirit or whatever the heck you want to call it. I just want to have fun. And I would really want to make money. And part of making money is being consistent. And that's something I'm not. Fairly consistent at home, but that's here. Okay, it's going to be the last throw. See if we can get our third inside. Oh, I already got it. Never mind. So our fourth inside number. There we go. Terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Above average on 7, or below, or whatever you want to call it. Only 9 in field, or at least these field numbers. There's 9 and 10 up there. Hit 0 4s. Weird. 0 4s at 4 10s. 3 9s, 3 8s, 6s were the big number, 7 of those, Alright, 5 and 6. 5 had 6, 6 had 7. 8 and 9 were 6 total. So 6, 7, 13, and 6. So over half of them were in the inside numbers. I'd like to have it higher than that, but depending on how they hit, it's not bad. Over half the numbers, and 4 out of 12 number, or is it 12, 10, 11, I don't know, 12 numbers, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 numbers? Yeah, 10 numbers. Duh, I can't. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not smart enough to count that high. Well, hopefully that gives somebody some ideas. And that's going to be it for today. Good luck.